All right, we're going to talk about a subject that has not really come up in the fitness industry, but has come up in gymnastics, traditional gymnastics for a long time, and that's grip lock. I'm not making this video to scare anyone, but now we're seeing people work more and more circling elements, pullovers, pushaways into pullovers, kipping pullovers, things like that. So now we probably need to start thinking about this. Grip lock is something that happens in traditional gymnastics movements when your grips are either worn out and too long or just sized incorrectly, and it can be a real safety hazard. I think we may start seeing it pop up more in a functional fitness type of environment. So I just want people to have the information they need about it. Again, not to scare people, but it is, I think, a possibility at this point where it never really has been before. So let's talk about what grip lock is and how to avoid it. So, for example, if I take this traditional gymnastics grip from a girl athlete, which is made for a bigger, fatter bar, like uneven bars that they swing, and I take it over to a men's bar, which has a much smaller diameter, if the lip of the grip can touch the back part of the grip and the leather can make contact with itself, the grip may stop rotating while your body continues to rotate around the bar. So let's look at a pull-up bar and then a pair of grips. In traditional gymnastics grips, they roll into the bar like this. This is similar to our grips. These are a broken in pair of our grips that we sell, just because I don't want to use any competitor grips on a video like this. And you can see that they will wrap under the bar and they will create a lip underneath that will allow you to hang on the bar. But there's gap between the leather. In between your fingertips and your palm, there's space. That allows the grip to rotate freely. The problem is with grip lock, they end up touching the leather on either side of the bar. So you can imagine if your hand is rotating in a full circle for a circling type element, and then the leather makes contact with the leather on the other side of the bar, what can happen is that can cause friction and allow your hand to completely stop rotating while your body continues to rotate, which is really bad news. I've seen grip lock 3 times in person, again, in only a gymnastics environment, and all 3 times it's been really, really bad for the individual. So I just want people to be aware of things to look for when it comes to doing circling on the bars, now that we're seeing full circling elements kind of pop into programming or in people's day-to-day workout stuff. Again, probably not an issue on things like bar muscle-ups, toes to bars, kipping pull-ups, butterflies, the traditional type of functional fitness movements that we do. But when we're talking about going in a 360-degree circle around the bar, you want to make sure you're either doing those barehanded, or you want to make sure that your grips are not able to make contact where the leather touches the leather or the material touches the material on the other side. On top of that, fitness grips tend to be a little stickier than gymnastics grips. Gymnastics grips are typically designed to slide a little bit around the bar, but still provide a lip around the bar to keep you from falling off. But because we have had this trend towards more and more sticky grips, my concern is that if they start making contact on either side of the bar, we'll start seeing more injuries to wrists and forearms. I've only heard anecdotally of these from people in gyms, like, oh, my friend or a friend of a friend broke their wrist or got a wrist injury or something like that working on pullovers. So I don't know that we need to be really concerned about it. But again, this is something that people should have the information about, just to be aware of what grip lock is, because most people have never had to deal with it, and then also how to take steps to mitigate it, because you just don't want to get hurt training when there's no reason to.